the world's 10 smallest countries. The first place has a land area of only 0.004 square kilometers. The entire country has fewer than 10 people. Have you ever seen a country with a population of less than 100? The world is vast, but some countries are very small. Yet these tiny nations bring infinite wonder to this world. Today, follow the World's Record TV to take a look at the world's 10 smallest countries. 10th place, Republic of Malta. The Republic of Malta is an island nation in the Mediterranean with a total area of 316 square kilometers, of which the island of Malta accounts for 2/3 of the total area. Despite its small size, Malta is situated at the maritime crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa, 90 kilometers away from the island of Sicily in Italy and 300 kilometers from the African continent, serving as a maritime bridge connecting the two continents. Hence, the Republic of Malta is also known as the heart of the Mediterranean. The total population of the country is 515,000, with the vast majority practicing Catholicism. The official languages are English and Maltese. Its capital, Valletta, is a modern city with an ancient flair, preserving many exquisite Victorian buildings and streets laid in olden styles, along with the famous monument built in 1623, the Grand Master's Palace. It was once a strong fortress for the Maltese people against foreign invasions. After independence, the Grand Master's Palace is no longer a city. Part of it serves as the president's residence, while other parts have been turned into a park. Tourism is the mainstay industry of Malta, with the number of tourists each year equivalent to 3 times the national population. Tourism revenues account for about 30% of the gross domestic product. 9th place, Maldives. The Maldives is an archipelagic nation in the Indian Ocean, situated about 600 kilometers south of India and approximately 750 kilometers southwest of Sri Lanka. The country's territorial area spans 115 to 300 square kilometers, with a land area of 298 square kilometers and a population of 557,000. The Maldives consists of 26 natural atolls and 192 coral islands, scattered across 90,000 square kilometers of ocean. About 200 of these islands are inhabited, with an average size of 1 to 2 square kilometers per island. The terrain is low-lying, with an average elevation of 1.2 meters. It is one of the countries with the largest coral reef area in the world, accounting for 5% of the global coral reef area. Vast waters, beautiful islands, and rich marine resources, along with white sand, blue skies, and sunshine, make up a magically enchanting natural landscape. The superior geographical conditions and the unique scenery of the island nation have laid a solid foundation for the tourism industry of the Maldives. Since the 1970s, the Maldives has vigorously developed its tourism sector, with tourism revenues contributing 25%, 30% to its GDP for many years, becoming a major source of income for the country. 8th place, St. Kitts and Nevis. It is actually a single nation formed by 2 islands, one named St. Kitts and the other Nevis. In 1493, during his second voyage, Christopher Columbus landed on the island of St. Kitts and named it after his patron saint, St. Christopher. Columbus also discovered another smaller island, which he thought resembled a mountain topped with a little snow. Thus, he named it Nevis. In Spanish, Nevis means snow. Before gaining independence, this was a British colony. Perhaps out of a sense of shared destiny, the people of the 2 islands decided to unite and form an independent country, which is the origin of St. Kitts and Nevis. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has a land area of 267 square kilometers, about a quarter of the size of Hong Kong. As a small island nation in both area and population, tourism is the mainstay of the economy for St. Kitts and Nevis. Besides tourism revenue, St. Kitts and Nevis also have a well-known source of foreign exchange income, which is citizenship by investment and the issuance of passports. This has provided a steady and continuous fiscal income for the country. The St. Kitts and Nevis passport allows for visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 150 countries and regions, including the European Union, Schengen countries, Commonwealth nations, and the Caribbean community. Hence, they are also known as the Kings of Passports. 7th place, The Marshall Islands. The Marshall Islands are located in the Micronesian region of the Central Pacific, consisting of 1,225 islands and islets. The islets to the southeast are collectively known as the Sunrise Islands, while those to the northwest are called the Sunset Islands, with about 208 kilometers separating the two areas. The vast majority of the population is concentrated in the capital, Majuro, and Abaya Island on the Kwajalein Atoll. In 2017, the population of the Marshall Islands was just 4,300. The nation has excellent aviation infrastructure. Its international flight routes include connections to Hawaii in the west, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand to the south and to the east, links to Saipan, Guam, Tokyo in the South Pacific, making travel incredibly convenient. Sixth place, the Principality of Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is an inland country situated between the central part of the Alps and the Rhine Valley, bordered by Switzerland to the west and Austria to the east, with a territory of 160 square kilometers. The land of Liechtenstein was once part of the Roman Empire's province of Raetia. In January 1719, the Holy Roman Emperor Charles VI combined the lordship of Schellenberg and the county of Vaduz to form a small, independent principality, which was named Liechtenstein. From 1800 to 1815, during the Napoleonic Wars, Liechtenstein was invaded by the First French Empire and the Russian Empire. In 1806, Liechtenstein became a sovereign state and officially gained its independence only in 1866. These historical vicissitudes have allowed the country to cultivate precious customs and a wealth of artistic treasures. Liechtenstein boasts numerous museums such as the Art Museum, National Museum, and the International Skiing Federation Museum, making it an ideal travel destination for art and culture enthusiasts. Moreover, its rich festivals and top-notch cuisine allow those who love culture, art, and food to find everything they desire. Fifth place, San Marino. San Marino is a country within a country, completely surrounded by Italy, located just over 200 kilometers north of the city of Rome. San Marino is Europe's third smallest country, following only Vatican City and Monaco. It has a land area of 61.16 square kilometers, with a population of about 30,000 people. It is the world's oldest existing republic, having been founded in the year 301 AD, when a Christian stonecutter named Marinus established San Marino to escape persecution from the Roman Empire. At that time, it was still legally part of the Roman Empire. In 1243, after the establishment of a system of governance by two consuls, San Marino became the world's first republic. It became a member of the United Nations in 1992 and is the country with the smallest population in the Council of Europe. Despite its small size, it is one of the world's wealthiest countries, with a higher number of cars than people. Fourth place, Tuvalu. Formerly known as the Ellis Islands, Tuvalu is a Pacific island nation located south of Australia. Tuvalu consists of 9 coral atolls, with a total area of only 26 square kilometers, making it the world's second smallest island country. On January 16, 1568, the Spanish explorer Álvaro de Mendaña was the first to discover the island of Nucufetau. The other islands were subsequently discovered. The name Tuvalu means group of 8, reflecting the fact that out of the 9 atolls, 8 are inhabited. The land is poor in nutrients, with very few types of plants able to grow, and natural resources are extremely scarce, virtually devoid of any natural resources. Due to its very low elevation, with the highest point being only 4 meters above sea level, Tuvalu faces a severe threat from rising sea levels caused by the greenhouse effect, making it the country most threatened by rising sea levels globally. If the current trend of rising sea levels continues, more than half of Tuvalu's land may be submerged in 50 years. Third place, the Republic of Palau. Palau is located in the Central Pacific Ocean, about 42 kilometers south of the equator, and is made up of independent coral reef islands, stretching 6 kilometers in length and 4 kilometers in width, with a total land area of 21.1 square kilometers. There are no rivers on the island of Palau, and the only lake, Lake Baikal, is a saltwater lake. Although there is abundant rainfall, the island's surface is highly permeable, so there's almost no fresh water, and drinking water needs to be imported. Despite the lack of water resources, Palau is very rich in mineral resources. For thousands of years, countless seabirds have come to this small island to nest, leaving behind large amounts of guano. Over the years, the guano has undergone chemical changes and formed a high-quality fertilizer layer up to 10 meters thick. This is known as phosphate rock. 3/5 of the entire island is covered with such phosphate. Exporting phosphate to countries like Australia and New Zealand is a major source of income for Palau. Second place, the Principality of Monaco. Monaco is located in the southwestern part of Europe, surrounded by France on 3 sides and bordering the Mediterranean Sea. It has a total area of 2.08 square kilometers, of which about 0.5 square kilometers have been created by land reclamation, with a coastline of 4.86 kilometers. As of December 2021, the total population was 39,150, of which 9,611 were Monaco nationals, with French as the official language. The Monaco government adopts an economic development policy that is diversified, high in added value, and pollution-free, with the finance industry being the most prominent. In addition, there has been rapid development in real estate, advertising, insurance, consulting, trade, services, and other fields. Monaco's economy is developed, and the standard of living is very high, with a GDP per capita of 69,380 euros, ranking among the highest in the world. Besides being proficient in generating wealth, Monaco is also very attractive, being a famous tourist destination in Europe, with tourism being one of its pillar industries. Surely, those who live here must have a strong sense of happiness. First place, the Vatican. The Vatican is situated on a hill in the northwest corner of Rome, Italy, and is the smallest country in the world by land area, covering only 0.44 square kilometers. As of June 2022, the Vatican has a permanent population of 618 people, predominantly Italians. This country places great emphasis on culture. The Vatican Library is a repository of vast cultural wealth, and the Vatican museums are among the most famous museums in the world, housing countless art treasures and welcoming over 5 million visitors annually. You might find it hard to believe, but this tiny state even has its own currency, known as the Vatican Lira, issued by the Vatican Bank. The annual printing volume is very low, since many foreign visitors might take it back as a collectible rather than using it as currency, which is what the citizens of the Vatican do. Of course, besides culture and currency, the most visited attraction is St. Peter's Basilica, an edifice with a history of over 500 years. The construction of this church alone took nearly 70 years, and it covers an area of more than 20,000 square meters, with the capacity to accommodate up to 60,000 people. Number 0, the Principality of Sealand. Besides the well-known Vatican, there's another peculiar, little-known state in the world, the Principality of Sealand. Located approximately 9.6 kilometers off the coast of Suffolk, England, it appears to most tourists as nothing more than an old oil platform. However, in reality, it's a self-proclaimed sovereign state that has not been internationally recognized. This ultra-mini state, with a land area of only 0.004 square kilometers, not only boasts a complete hereditary monarchy, but also has a permanent population of 5 individuals. His Majesty King Paddy Roy Bates took advantage of the British military's withdrawal after World War II to secretly stay at the fortress and then claim sovereignty. Due to the lack of resources, industries, or even basic utilities such as water, electricity, and gas, His Majesty introduced a lordship package for £30 to supplement the household expenses. By paying £30, you can become a noble of this nation. In 2007, facing financial burdens, the Bates family proposed to sell the entire country for £65 million as a package deal, but they have yet to find a suitable buyer. Alright, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. If you want to see more interesting content, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.